I'm Isaiah Williams, and this is the story of Shake Shack. Shake Shack has a very unique story and creation, and it all starts with the man behind the business, Danny Meyer. To give some context, Danny Meyer originally started his restaurant career in fine dining in New York City. The establishments he created are still well known and highly regarded, for example, Gramercy Tavern. To those restaurants, he brought his understanding of hospitality and his skill as a chef, which led to their success. However, Shake Shack's creation was more of an accident. The precursor to Shake Shack was a hot dog cart in the newly redone Madison Square Park, which the designer of the park asked if Meyer's team could operate. Meyer brought the emphasis on hospitality to the cart and hoped that by giving the options for multiple toppings, the attendants would have the room to remember regulars' orders and make them feel at home. The hot dog cart was an overwhelming success, which spawned the idea for the first Shake Shack, which would be a permanent kiosk in the same park. Meyer drew upon what he loved as a kid, and even as an adult, and created the Shake Shack menu off what he would want. Over the years, the menu has remained 90% the same. Meyer wanted to bring high-quality ingredients and food to the consumer at a much cheaper cost compared to his fine dining restaurants. The combination worked, and hundreds of people began lining up each day. As a side note, Meyer contributes a catalyst of growth to be a snowball fight in the park when someone tags the kiosk. The popularity of the small kiosk grew and grew, yet Meyer still refused to expand. His passion was still for fine dining, and despite the success of the first Shake Shack, he was not ready to divert more of his time and energy to that business. Eventually, a close friend of Meyer's asked Meyer what the most common complaint of the Shake Shack customer was, ultimately making the point that it was the long lines. The friend continued, saying that opening another restaurant would help cannibalize their long line and the issue would be solved. Meyer, being a successful business owner, saw this to be true, and 5 years after opening the original kiosk, he opened the second Shake Shack. However, the line did not get any smaller as they thought. The line only got larger. Finally, realizing the potential of Shake Shack, Meyer began expanding, and at a rapid rate. The high-quality products at a lower price worked everywhere, and the company had no major issues in their expansion. As of today, the average Shake Shack produces $4 million in annual revenue, which is the most out of any fast food chain. Shake Shack became its own entity outside of the Union Square Hospitality Group, the company managing Meyer's restaurants, which allowed the business to run free as its own unique company, not connected to the rest of Meyer's establishments. Shake Shack has a unique formula for success that it can teach new entrepreneurs, and it's not found in the numbers or data, but in Meyer himself. Meyer pursued what he loved, and he did what he was good at, and that brought him success. He did not set out to create a multi-billion-dollar company. He simply wanted to give people good food, and even more importantly, a good experience. So lesson number 1 is to create a business because of the product, not because of the money. 2, Shake Shack also emphasized the importance of hospitality. A new entrepreneur can learn that a good product or good deal won't win customers on its own. A friendly face and an experience that is memorable can sell products equally as effectively and create a loyal fan base. Lastly, finding a pocket of the market that is untapped or underdeveloped can lead to rapid growth due to the lack of competition. This is harder than it sounds because a new business owner has to be able to decipher between an unwanted product or service and a not yet available product or service. Shake Shack filled a new level of dining, and because of that, their growth, when it started, went quickly and so far smoothly. Looking at Shake Shack, it's actually quite an innovative company, even if its core principles have been known for years. The largest innovation of Shake Shack, according to Danny Meyer himself, is their balance between cost, quality, and speed. Before, the rule of 2 meant that a company had to choose 2 of the 3 points of cost, quality, and speed, but Shake Shack shook that notion up. Instead of choosing 1 + 1 + 0, Shake Shack combined a bit of all 3 elements, which no other restaurant had done before on a greater scale. Shake Shack is not the quickest burger, or the cheapest, or the best quality. However, it fills a space that was yet to be filled, and people loved it. By having a much smaller overhead cost to operate, the high-quality food could be served at a much lower price, and as it turns out, people are willing to eat off a tray and collect their meals to get that quality food at the lower price. Since Shake Shack was the only company with that combination at the time, there was no competition, and business boomed, and continues to boom to this day. Another point that Meyer makes clear is that the restaurants are just as much about hospitality as they are about food. In fine dining, restaurants, that is achieved by creating a complete experience around the food with the help of florists, musicians, etc. But in Shake Shack's case, the way Meyer created a similar sense of hospitality is through the people he and each location hire. Throughout his time in the industry, Meyer has seen common traits among people that excel, and those are the traits he looks for in new hirees. The 6 traits are as follows: kind optimism, curious intelligence, work ethic, empathy, self-awareness, and integrity. By understanding people, Shake Shack uses that to their advantage as a way to create the best experience for their customers. One additional and notable point to add is the importance of location. Although the concept seems straightforward, Shake Shack, unlike some other chains, is very careful about where they open a new location. Each location must be a place where people can come to relax and de-stress. Every Shake Shack must embody what the original kiosk was, and be more than a place to get food, but rather a place for friends to gather and communities to be built. The community aspect is another example of Shake Shack pushing the boundaries of what it means to be a restaurant. In regards to Shake Shack's success compared to its competitors, the reason Shake Shack does so well is because of the lack of competitors. While other companies are entering the fine casual market, Shake Shack had a head start and have staked a claim in the industry and are now well recognized. Monopolistic competition leads businesses to do well, and because of Shake Shack's innovations, they act as a monopoly. However, companies are starting to compete with Shake Shack, but the commitment to customer service and quality of food has made Shake Shack a hard company to compete with. Times may change, but Shake Shack has found an untapped wedge in the market and has created something special. So for the time being, Shake Shack has found something new and does it well, which makes it leave the competition in the dust. Shake Shack has not been the target of many regulations or policies, but no company is completely free from them. Shake Shack has spread beyond the borders of the United States, and with that comes laws and regulations that the company has to follow. The laws are nothing exciting, but are there to make sure that Shake Shack complies with sanctions and actions of the United States, and also does not export items that could be potentially harmful to the United States. However, these regulations don't have a massive impact on the company as a whole. In addition, the company has to comply with OSHA regulations, but once again, with its finer dining atmosphere, the guidelines don't have a massive impact on the company. The most influential period on the company was during the COVID-19 economic shutdown. In this regard, Shake Shack was ahead of the game. Even before state and federal governments mandated companies to shut down, Shake Shack closed operations early on in the pandemic, hoping to minimize endangering employees. And to go even further, Shake Shack wanted to help pay employees, or at least help in the process of navigating the pandemic. The government did not require Shake Shack to go as far as they did, but the government did put Shake Shack along with everyone else in the same unfortunate situation. To cover costs, Shake Shack sold gift cards whose funds would all go to an unemployment fund for Shake Shack employees affected by the pandemic. Now, as regulations loosen and businesses begin to reopen, Shake Shack is back to making burgers, fries, and shakes while still keeping employees safe by reworking pickup areas, seating areas, and how to order. Shake Shack is not an industry with heavy regulations, and the regulations that are in place are below the high standards of operations for Shake Shack. And while the pandemic forced Shake Shack to be light on its feet, it was able to adapt while keeping a strong relationship between the company and the employees while going above and beyond all regulations in place. At the end of the day, Shake Shack is dedicated to serving high-quality food at an affordable price while putting a smile on people's faces, and the government does not take many actions that get in the way of that agenda.